Welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Cosmo and Kat Show Fun Size Podcast. A daily dose of awesome audio in 20 minutes or less to make your day a little better.
Happy Joke Day. You ready?
I'm ready. These better be good.
I'm telling you, I witnessed both of them happen over the course of the 2.5 hours we were at a live broadcast at Shady Gators here a couple weeks ago. And I laughed so hard. And I've been wanting to try and find the comedy clip ever since. I couldn't remember who the comedian was that did the jokes. And then I found it today for Joke Day. It was Pete Holmes. Here we go.
There's a lot of jokes I think we should stop making. For example, when you're in a store and you're trying to buy something, you get up to the cashier, you try and scan it. It won't scan, so they don't know how much it is, doesn't scan. 10 times out of 10, a knucklehead in that situation will go, "Oh yeah? Must be free." You don't know how much it is? I'll wager a guess.
Is that your dad?
Free? Is it free?
Your boyfriend?
Give that to me for free. Shut up!
You?
That joke is over. They hear it 1,000 times a day. It's not free. You're free. You're worthless. Be quiet. When I'm walking on the street and we see a group of my friends, we see a limousine, always one person in the group will go, "Oh, my ride is here." Be quiet. No one likes you.
That is you.
Oh my gosh, that is me.
That's
or like
you.
a sports card. Oh, my Ferrari is here.
Guilty of that one. I've done that one before.
Check out the ride I got us, guys.
Yeah. Oh, my Uber's here. You guys got to get that horse-drawn carriage back there. I'm hopping in this Lambo. See ya.
Cosmo and Kat now. 441-Y107.
Warning, you may not like Nelly after you hear this.
Great.
You know, he's got that reality show, right, with Ashante?
Yep.
Well, this would happen.
I'm trying to understand, how is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud.
But I don't even hear y'all, man.
That's ridiculous.
You know, it's a gift, I guess.
Oh, dude.
It is a gift to sleep through that, but
Yeah, it is.
when Emma and Cole were infants, we had because I did morning show hours. You know, I was getting up at 4:30, 5
Yeah.
o'clock. So when you had an infant, the rule was the magic time was 2 a.m. If the baby cried at 1:59, mom was getting it. If it was 2 or after, it was up to me.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Why
I was already getting
why
up
2 after?
Because I was already getting
Or
up
2?
in a couple hours for the morning show. So I would get that. But if it was before then, she would let me sleep a little longer because she knew I had to get up for the morning show.
So would you go to bed at like 6 o'clock at night right after dinner?
Sometimes. Yeah. When you got a little baby like, oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
you get sleep deprived. Oh yeah. I always joke about bedtime of a kindergartner. Trying to do the morning show. Then the problem was I'd get up at 2:15, had the baby, then you end up in the recliner, feed them, change, whatever, and you had to triple check you had an alarm set. Because, falling asleep with a baby, that is the best thing in the world. A little heater, and you're just like,
yeah.
And then you're freaking out the whole time, like, I'm going to miss the show. I'm not going to hear my alarm, but what's going to happen?
Did that ever happen?
One time, yes. So Nellie apparently has a gift of not being able to hear a screaming child in the middle of the night.
Yes. So that's not too bad. I mean, most dads literally sleep right through it.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, great.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that tune out.
No. That means get up.
With that tune out.
It's your turn to change him.
I'm going to take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diapers.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yes?
I don't know
Anybody?
if I can say the comments I want to say.
All right, then you're better off not saying the comments you want to say.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Nelly. There is not one person, male, female, or otherwise, above changing freaking diapers.
It's about to get hot in here is what you're saying. You're mad.
Nelly's
I just ain't
making
changing
it
no
hot.
diapers.
On Y107.
News headlines. We've got real news headlines. These actually happened here in the United States of America, or maybe even across the world. We'll just happen to see the headline. We will put a blank in there. You try and see if you can fill in the blank while you're in line at the drive-thru for coffee or bagels or whatever you got going on this morning. Jason Zook auctioned off his blank.
Oh, no.
Twice. And made $95,000.
Holy crap. I need whatever it is his blank is.
So Jason Zook auctioned off his blank twice, made $95,000. Was his blank A, his wife?
Oh, my.
B, his pickup truck? Or C, his last name?
I would say his wife.
Jason auctioned off his blank twice, made $95K. We'll tell you the right answer in 6 minutes. Blanking news headlines.
This is the Cosmo and Kat Show on Y107.
Real news headlines with real blanks. You fill in the blanks. We talked about our friend Jason. Jason Zook auctioned off his blank twice and made $95,000. Was it his wife?
Yes.
Pickup truck or his last name?
I think it was his wife.
The first time he auctioned it off, it was $45,500. Second time, $50,000.
She must be pretty hot.
It was not his wife.
Oh.
Did not auction off his
truck.
wife twice. Not the truck either.
What?
He auctioned off his last name to 2 different businesses, 2 different years in a row.
Oh.
Legally changing his last name. The first year, he got $45,500 from a company called Headsets.com. So he legally was JasonHeadsets.com.
What?
Yeah, it'd be like if we won the auction and his legal last name would have been Y107.
That's weird.
The second year, because he's in Australia, the second year he sold his name to a surfing company, and his name then changed from JasonHeadsets.com to JasonSurferApp.com.
What?
Yep.
You signed that in the bank. It's
Yeah.
I don't
He's
think
like, I'm
so.
giving that a rest for a while. I'm going to get back to my regular last name of Zook. Blanking news headlines.
Man got stuck in blank while trying to retrieve his dog from blank.
Oh, dear God. 2 blanks I got to fill in?
Yeah, 2 blanks.
Got stuck. I was not ready for that. Man got stuck in blank trying to rescue his dog from blank?
Yes.
I don't know. Stuck in his car trying to rescue the dog from traffic.
No.
No! Stuck in.
He got stuck in a chimney trying to retrieve his dog from the bathroom.
What?
He had to. This building that he lived in got new, like a locking system or whatever, and so it locks after 10 o'clock at night. Well, apparently the dog somehow was in the bathroom.
What?
Got locked in there, and you can open it from the inside, but the dog didn't know how to do that.
No.
So this guy climbed in the building up the chimney or something. Ended up getting arrested. The firefighters had to like take apart part of the structure of the building in the chimney. So it was like $10,000 in damage.
What?
The dude got arrested when all he needed to do was just call the cops and they would have helped him.
Call somebody. They got the code, Jimmy. News headlines.
This is the Cosmo and Kat Show on Y107.
Started really last night. The fireworks in your neighborhood are a thing. Get it? 4th of July coming. But for a lot of y'all, you have a dog that freaks out with thunder or lightning and fireworks.
Yeah, we were talking to a friend last night, and she's like, oh, my gosh. She had 2 medications from the doctor. And this is a big old hound, too, that he's a great, or not a Great Pyrenees. What is he?
I don't know. He's big.
I can't think of. Yeah, he's like the
just
size of a pony. He's bigger than the Shetland pony. Like,
Yes.
he is massive.
Right.
And he's up to my waist on all 4s. And so he is every bit of 150 pounds. I don't know. And she has to give him adult-sized doses of anxiety meds, 2 different ones, to chill him out. Because when lightning happens or thunder and everything, he'll, like, try to climb into her,
Yeah.
like up in her lap, and she's itty bitty and he's massive.
It's so crazy. He knows that thunder follows the lightning. You know, like just like your kid is scared of storms. They see the lightning flash, like, oh, the thunder's coming. And so we were asking, with this week of fireworks celebrations, how do you, any home remedy ideas or any things that you do? I know a lot of people put the, like thunder vests.
Yeah.
Like a weighted blanket for your dog to help calm them down a little bit. Do you have a hack or I don't want to say a home remedy necessarily? Old wives' tale? What do you make up a
something
potion?
besides medication?
Yes, something that you make up to give to the pets. 441-Y107.
It's definitely CBD treats.
Aha. Now,
Yeah, and go ahead.
are there specific doses for dogs? And do you get those at a pet store? Do you get those at a dispensary? Or where do you get them?
Yeah, so I actually own a Bark and Barrel Boutique here in town on El Chaparral, and we sell Susie's CBD treats, and we've got all different types of doses for different weights for your dog.
So like if they get worried about going to the groomers or something like that, or
if they're just anxious in general, they work as an anti-inflammatory. But yeah, they work. I mean, absolute wonders for storms, fireworks, everything.
Interesting.
Nice. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. So, if you want to go get some gummies of your own, then go get your dog some gummies. Really enjoy those fireworks.
That's right.
Y'all will sleep right through them.
This is the Cosmo and Kat Show on Y107. This is Kat on Y107.
She was doing what moms do, feeding her baby in her own home, and her mother-in-law and father-in-law were there. And her husband asks her to go out of the room and go somewhere else to finish feeding the baby because his mom is uncomfortable. Yeah. So Susie says no, and he takes the baby from her, the husband, and goes up to their bedroom and tells her that it's a known rule that you don't feed a baby, breastfeed in front of your in-laws. And Susie's like, to hell with you, buddy. Oh, man, we got, or is it Courtney on the phone? Courtney, hey, what's up? You got some advice for Susie?
Oh my goodness. I mean, unfortunate she already had a kid with them, but, it's honestly flabbergasting. I was listening to this and I was just like, there is literally no way. I mean, I would have blown up. I mean, I've had in-law issues in the past as well, and and just dating scenarios. So I got out of there. I was like, I'm not going to be second to a mother. A husband should know that. Like, it's my house. Even if my boob was completely out and I was breastfeeding in my home, shouldn't you be like, oh wow, look at this wonderful, beautiful mother? Like,
right.
You see me as anything other than that? Like, I'm over these traditional mothers. Well, I had to do it in front of my in-laws, so they should have to do it too. I'm like, that. Why don't you hated when they did it to you? Why on earth would you now do it to me instead of changing the script? It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, especially when you're in, your kid and your in-law, your daughter-in-law, son-in-law, whatever, if you're in their home, you don't demand things that you feel uncomfortable about. I just don't, I don't know. I would never do that.
You don't get you don't get uncomfortable about breastfeeding. Like, we're keeping them alive. Like, we're raising the next generation of your bloodline also. Like, you're telling me you have a problem with that?
Right.
Like, I'm indecent. I'm some kind of for for breastfeeding my child. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, like it's wrong to naturally feed your child. Like it just yeah.
And honestly, what that sounds like to me is that the in-law, the mother, doesn't want her husband looking at the younger woman with her boob out. That's what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, this is like a weird jealousy, anger. Like, this is I'm like, he's your son.
Like an insecurity of some type.
Well,
yeah.
The mom's insecurity has bled down into the son, and it's, again, mommy issues.
Join the Cat Chat now. 441-Y107.
Nursing in her own home, and her husband takes the baby away and walks to a different room to force his wife to breastfeed in private because it was making his mom uncomfortable. So all hell broke loose. And I like Cambry texted in from Centralia. Thanks, Cambry. It's her house. If someone is uncomfortable with it, they can leave. And the husband should be ashamed for taking that baby away.
Taking the baby off the mom
while it's eating.
Crazy. I can see this all playing out. I can see the mother-in-law give the look.
Yes.
To him. Like, Are you going to do something about this?
Right.
Are you going to do something about this? Not saying a single word. We've all seen those looks before.
Yeah, and then the whether you're the wife or the husband or whatever, like it's your decision right at that moment to decide: am I going to stand beside my wife in our home, or am I going to let mom intimidate me? Is somebody on the line?
Yes, we got Cole on the line here. I think from Columbia. What's up, dude?
I mean, it sounds like the guy's going to be uptight about a lot of things, and it also sounds like that guy's got some serious mommy issues.
Oh, that's true.
It's a whole new segment on the show. We need to start next week after the holiday. Mommy issues.
Yeah.
Cosmo Kat.
What's your mommy
Yeah, that's
issue?
what it sounds like to me, because I'm sorry, like, I love my mom, but once you're in my household, especially if my wife is covering up, it should not bother you.
Right. And that's just automatically like what I would think most men would be like, this is my house, Mom. Knock it off, or
exactly.
whatever. If you're uncomfortable, then you leave the room.
Exactly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Trending now.
What everybody's talking about. We'll give it to you every morning. Trending now, 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. And what is trending for this first day of July. Crazy. July 1st.
Oh, my goodness.
Tuesday. For a lot of y'all, a short week with the 4th of July holiday on Friday. A couple of extra days coming up for Prime Day on Amazon, July 8th through the 11th. Normally it's 2 days, and this year it's 4 days.
That's because Bezos has to make up for all that money he spent on his wedding.
Is that it? Is that the deal?
$70 million.
It's crazy.
He's got to recoup some of that.
There are actually some early Prime Day deals going on now on AirPods, Apple Watches, iPad deals, and so much more on tech that you love to listen to Y107 with. And so while you're already shopping online or for the early Prime Days, don't forget to shop and support local businesses. Columbia, Jeff, the Lake of the Ozarks, especially restaurants. Food's expensive right now. So if you want to save, if you got a weekend trip coming up for the family for the 4th, I'm telling you, check out the Shady Gators deal right now. There's only a few left, but $100 for 80.
Oh, wow.
Okay, $100 for 80.
That's awesome.
That's all right there. ShopMidMode.com when you're online shopping for Prime.
Trending now.
Well, I've been sweating it for a while now, it feels like. ABC has been deciding if they're going to renew The Bachelor. Well, Bachelor season number 30 is coming. So I'm so excited. There's a new executive producer. It's actually the same guy who runs Bachelor in Paradise. And speaking of Bachelor in Paradise, they're going to have a very unique mix of older Goldens who are in their 60s and 70s, and then the 20 and 30s. So that's going to be pretty entertaining. So no premiere date yet for season 30. But if I were to guess, being the Bachelor, like connoisseur that I am, it usually comes out like the end of January. So we'll see if that is what happens on ABC.
Trending now.
So the movie Sinners was a massive hit at the box office.
Yes.
Whether you like the vampire creepy stuff or not, it was a mega hit. It is now going to be able to be streamed on Max on Friday, 4th of July. And this is really cool. A historic thing that they are doing on HBO Max. You'll be able to watch the movie, stream it, along with Black American Sign Language, along with the movie going on.
Really?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Marks the first time that a streaming service has provided a film with BASL, Black American Sign Language interpretation.
That is awesome.
They say BASL has a distinct dialect of American Sign Language, its own unique grammar, rhythm, cultural nuances, and more. So again, if you want to watch the show, you can watch it with that on or off, but that is pretty historic and pretty cool. Again, it's out, Sinners, to stream on Max on Friday.
And now it's time for Kat's mid-motivation quote of the day.
Start loud, stay steady, and finish legendary.
Find and share today's mid-motivation in our stories on Y107 on Instagram. Thanks for listening to the fun-sized Cosmo and Kat Show podcast. Be sure to like, follow, and share. And thanks in advance for the 5-star rating and review.